Welcome back, everybody, to Dan Has Fun with me, Daniel. More Bologna in Europa Universalis 4. And we just got into a war with Venice again, which means Castile, Aragon, Naples, Genoa, and the Knights all get to do a big old hootenanny together. We're going to be continuing to, well, I was going to say continuing to siege the capital, Venezia, but we just did it, so that's awesome. Where do we need to go? I guess we'll just go and have our other stack gently meander towards Genoa's other province, while we siege out their main one, where they get their name from, Genova. We do eventually want to try and siege out engineer available. Do we want to spend money for it? Not sure if we'll use the fort defense guy, but I'll take the military points, which will now let us get, I know it's ahead of time, but tech level 9 military, massive level, increasing tactics, combat width, and a new type of infantry. Doesn't really matter which one we pick, they all have the same number of total pips, so that's really the important bit. Really, it's just a case of, well, which one kind of fits the bill in terms of, you know, fitting the occasion. I'm not really convinced any of them really do, so we'll just go with Condotta infantry. Perfectly fine. It does mean our morale is going to suck for a couple of months because, well, they've just been retrained. But the opponents are nowhere near us, so I don't really care. Our naval vessels are still recuperating, so we'll let them sit in place. And the siege of Genoa is going to be very, very slow. Ooh, wow, that was weird. Yeah, we only have a 1 pip leader, and there's 5 cannons there. But I don't want to put too many troops there and get attritioned like Billio. Okay, our navy is fully healed. Let's go and move it into the Adriatic Sea, just so we can sit in place and barricade a few provinces. That'll give us some war score, and Naples won't like it, so it sounds like something I'd like to do myself. How many troops do they have? 13,000. It means if I meander over with this 8,000, they could be in for a bad time. But Austria's coming this way, so I think it'll be fine. I just have to also be cognizant that they could just wander troops over through France. Even though France is rivaled Castile, I'm sure somebody has open borders with France in this war. Or even Venice. Do we want to get Diplotech level 9? Does improve our light ship, but I don't actually think that's particularly important at the moment, so I'm going to say no to that. It also increases naval maintenance, so it makes them more expensive. So we'll say no. Do we want to get another idea in the innovativeness group? Probably not yet. Speaking of innovativeness, education for the poor. I'm going to do it. It gives a little bit of extra unrest, but I like innovativeness, so I'm going to go for it. I'm actually going to tell Austria if they want to attach to this 8,000 stack, they certainly can, because it's not exactly a good military, leader. We've got literally no combat capabilities at all, just 3 maneuver, 1 siege pip. There is a small amount of Venetian troops in the middle of Germany, but nothing worth worrying about. And Bohemia is sieging Spalato. And speaking of Spalato, we just Spalatoed that transport. But there are 23 ships from Castile, but they're almost all transports. Their leader, though, their admiral, is very, very good. I'll keep an eye on it. It'd be nice if Austria would join me in dealing with this. Oh, we actually captured that heavy. That heavy is going to be horribly damaged, though, I would imagine. Not bad, actually, 71%. Well, we can use that to try and deflect the Spanish, I guess. Yeah, we do have it allow attach. This could be quite painful. Yeah, because the Spanish, or the Castilians, they have much better stats in naval combat than I do. But our saving grace here is that we actually have galleys. They're attacking me with transport ships. So I'm going to stick I did also notice that we're going to get... Yeah, we've been attacked by Castile in Genova. Okay, I'm going to say don't attach to me anymore. I would much rather somebody go and try and save my stack. I caught that a little bit late. Our discipline is higher than theirs, but our morale sucks because our prestige is terrible. So we might lose this battle. I hope not, and that's really sad. Milan has taken over that siege at Brescia. So we will not be able to get that. We did win the naval battle, though. We lost 1 light and 1 galley. Gained... What did we gain? Captured 1 ship. I don't know what we captured, but anyway, the net change is that we lost 2 ships, but Castile lost most of their transports and all but 1 of their lights. So that was awesome. We'll go back to heal, though. We might lose... Yeah, we'll definitely lose this battle because they're being reinforced with another 24,000 troops. So we are going to bravely run away. And we're going to have this be the attached to group. We should be able to get this siege done, though, hopefully, before Castile tries to come down. Oh, and we have an event with Burgundy. So we have the event of the Burgundian succession. Which means they're under a personal union with Austria. And then we get an incident. So, if we go into the Holy Roman Empire screen, so we have 3 options for the Burgundian inheritance. We can keep the union with Burgundy, and by we I mean Austria. If they do that, it means France is likely to get involved. Every province in the French region we can give to France, and that'll stop France declaring war on Austria. Or we can integrate Burgundy into the Empire. So every province in the HRE gets released as princes of the Holy Roman Empire. From our perspective, this is an interesting choice because Austria is our ally. However, if they get too big, they're going to possibly get too big to stop. But they have to be big enough to be able to deter the Ottomans on one side, potentially, and France on the other. We'll go with the popular option. It's not like we ultimately get to choose, so that's fine. Austria is now considered a great power because they have that vassal, or junior partner, I guess. It's effectively one and the same. Might as well have the diplomat go to our allies, do something. Okay, how many troops are they going to plan on sticking to us, I wonder? That's going to get de-sieged automatically because there's a fort next door to it. I'm actually going to move my stack onto this hill to see if they'll attack me. And see if I can dissuade them from trying to siege Lucca, which we can. Once this siege completes, I will bring my 8,000 troops back. It's really a shame that Milan has access to mountains, yet doesn't have any forts on the mountain. That is very, very disappointing. Can we get the siege tick this turn? No. No, we cannot. How many troops are there? Oh, well. Austria's got 41,000. So now we have the numbers advantage. We should try and press them. I don't know where they've gone. I doubt the Castilian troops are still sitting in Monferrato. No, they're not. They're gone. Okay, I'm not going to worry about them. I'm going to take this siege, go for the siege then of Genova. We finally won the siege of Napoli. Right in time, because I don't want to get wrecked by Naples' stack of troops. So we're going to have our 8,000 go in the direction of where the rest of our troops are. It's a shame we can't separate piece Naples out either, but what are you going to do? If Burgundy wants... Well, Burgundy, what's their opinion of Austria? Not great enough to attack themselves, but if Castile goes into Burgundian territory, they will attack Castile. And they have 40,000 troops. That's a big number. Who's getting the penalty there? Okay, they changed their mind. I guess what we want to do here then is I'm going to combine, split this in half. Austria is technically the leader of this siege, and that's fine. But I want to take half of my stack. Times need, we don't need any help. Just in case that turns into a fight over there. And we want to generate one infantry. Put the other leader on. They can go back. Like that. And then this stack of troops wants to hang around in case a big battle happens. And this will help reduce some of the attrition as well. I don't want them to attach to me. How many units do we have attached in this great old stack? 12, 15, 20, 23,000. Okay, it's a pretty big number. Where did Castile go? Okay, they're over here. I don't want to attack them in the mountain, that is for sure. But I want to see roughly where they go. Don't care what Florence is doing right now. Am I going to be quick enough to catch them there? No, I'm not. I was hoping to catch them in Burgundian territory, because then Burgundy might end up joining in. It's not a guarantee. We're going to bop those rebels, I guess. Yep, the cost of 15 men. Good deal, ultimately, for the fact I got a trade, or trait. And I guess we're going to start chasing this French army without a military leader. Where are they going? Towards Berry? Berry's a grassland, so I'm good with that. My military leader has 4 maneuver, so I should be moving faster than that group without an assigned general. Theoretically, but I haven't caught them. Maybe it's because I have all those cannons, and I do know now they have another 13,000 troops there. I still think, in terms of land forces, we should be okay. Because Austria and Milan should reinforce, and it's a wood. Well, I guess we're committed either way. But we should be fine here. What are Castile's combat stats, roughly, just while we have an option to check? Oh, we have higher morale than them now, and higher discipline, so we should... This should be a slaughter, honestly. Yeah, the other stack from Castile hasn't even come to defend. Yeah, they took about 3 times more losses than we did. I mean, it does help that they didn't have a military leader, but that's massive. Napoli, yeah, is besieging its capital, but that's fine. Did Bohemia? Yep, they did siege Zara out. We probably want to go towards that stack of Castilian troops. Go away, papes. Go away, papes. Yeah, that's exactly what the technical term is. Papal states, go away. Attacking them in the hill would be fine. It's only a -1 penalty. It's a lot better than attacking them in the mountain. What are Austria's war stats like? They don't have as high a discipline as I do, but they do have very, very high morale. And we're going to go in there and help them. Bohemia looks like they're going to go and start sieging out Aragon, which is awesome. So we're going to go back and start sieging out Napoli. Or Naples. Just because it seems that Milan and Bohemia are content to deal with Aragon, which is fine with me. I'm absolutely a-okay with that. We're going to end up, I think, yeah, we might as well take level 9 Diplotech now and level 9 Admin. It'll get us ahead on time, so we'll get those bonuses again. Bonuses in production and bonuses in trade efficiency. We're clearly going to have enough points after this battle to core what we need to core. So it's fine. Genoa's going to try and de-siege Zara. It's going to take them a while. I think we're pretty safe to take our navy over to... Well, how bold do we want to be? Because we could go into the Bay of Napoli And that will cause a lot of interception. Yeah, actually, it's a good job we're coming this way, because there is a fleet that Austria needs help with. Oh, and the incident completed. So what did they do? Integrate Burgundy. And release as princes. Okay. That's actually a really good outcome, I think, because Austria doesn't have the the union set up, but at the same time we now have a lot of extra nations in here, and these small nations should be a lot easier to convert to Protestantism. Speaking of which, we can pick a new piece on our church power, and we're going to go for increased discipline. Are we going to get our butt smashed in this naval encounter? What type of ships do they have? They have 4 heavies, but they still really don't have any galleys. They have 1. We're going to lose pretty evenly here, really. But I'm going to get out before I lose all of my navy. Because unlike Austria, it actually matters to me to have a navy. Is there a fort? Any other forts in this part? Doesn't look like it. So I'm going to go and sit on Calabria. Our navy probably will not be doing a huge amount more this entire war, let's be honest. Castile just has too many ships. But we've nearly sieged Genoa out, and once we can do that, then we don't have to worry about their stacks. I think 1,000 Austrian troops there just got yeeted by Florence's rebels, which was a little bit unfortunate. We don't need them to be attached anymore, so they can just go over this area. I'm just going to say to Austria, start sieging out. I wish there was a mass way of doing that. These locations. It's just free war score. There's Genoa sieged out. I'm not going to have the war score to take their stuff. I could pillage them for 4 aggressive expansion, and I am going to force religion on them too. I don't have any diplomats available. There we go. Okay. Oh wow, they actually rejected our offer. How long do I have to wait? A month? Okay. We'll wait then, and we'll try that again next month. It's perfectly fine. We're not in a huge rush, let's be real. And now they're offering a peace offering to us. That doesn't sound as good as what I want. We would like the same... No, declare war on the one province minor. Montferrat is Protestant, actually. I didn't even notice until now. They would accept it now, apparently. Okay, good. So yeah, so we're going to pillage them. So we'll get 1 development in our capital. We'll get war reparations. Very useful for any type of nation around here. They always make some good money. They are converted to Protestant. That actually makes us now a tier 3 defender of the faith. I don't think we'll be saying defender of the faith for all that long, but it's pretty cool that we've got it. It also means it's just more tiles that our Centre of Reformation does not have to deal with. Yes, it means we wouldn't have a holy war casus belli against them, but we're not going to have that anyway. That's not the way we're going to be setting things up. So we didn't go religious ideas, so that's not really our plan. Our 15,000 stack, though, I guess can start meandering towards Castile. Is Burgundy outright still in the union with Austria? No, I guess they're just in this war. Oh, I guess it's because they started off as a junior partner. They got integrated into the war. Well, that's nice of them, isn't it? And because they're independent, that's 39,000 troops. It's 39,000 troops that I'm also pretty tempted to ally to. I won't do it for now. I don't think they'll be able to keep 39,000 the whole time. But if they want to help me during this war, I'm game for that. We'll take our diplomat and just have him back buddying up to allies. Not much else he really needs to do. And we're just sitting with our 12,000 here just to make sure that Naples can't come back and try and take the territory back. An Iron Fist. Apparently our Doge has been displeased with the latest reports from our province Friuli. Yeah, we can be a cruel overlord, make them very likely to revolt but get 2 base production. Sure, why not? I mean, worst case scenario, it's next to a province with a fort, so it's not as if they're going to just be able to ambush us and, you know, give us a load of separatism, which would be rather unfortunate. Okay, we're up to 56% war score. I'm curious how much war score we have against Castile itself. 25. Not enough for us to do anything that's particularly helpful right now. Yeah, that's very annoying, though, that Milan claimed Brescia because Austria ran away. Sad, but what can you do? Apparently, the Florence rebels are giving our, you know, us a real big issue. Oh, apparently there's a combat I didn't see either. Oopsie daisies. That's what happens when you don't pay attention. If anything, though, it distracted them so that we could, you know, at least complete the siege of Rosello. That's a 48,000 stack. That's pretty rude. Well, I don't know if Naples has any troops. It has 14,000 troops, and I haven't seen them, so I assume they're still over here. So I'm not going to recall my stack yet. But I am going to go and bop that 1,000 set of units from Aragon, just so they're out of Burgundy. Good job I did that quickly, because, yeah, that 50k stack's following me. Turn the speed back down for now. Give that 1,000 a bop. Yeah, there's 29,000 Aragonese. So this is the stack we want to have attached to, and I want to put them on Dauphine, because that is a mountain. We just have to keep occasionally glancing over to our 12,000 stack, just to make sure nothing bad happens. Where do we think that big stack of Castilian troops is going to go? They clearly didn't pursue my small stack. I'm just hoping I don't walk straight into them. It's a distinct possibility. But I'm trying to scout for where they are. Yeah, there they are. They're going up north to... Is that what, Liège? Is it up there? Yes, it is. Liège. Yeah, we can go and hopefully with a stack of Austrian troops dislodge that. How many troops did they attach? 5, 6... They didn't actually attach that many units. So we might not want to march straight into them. We'll sit next door for a moment and check. We've got the triangle trade set up from Portugal. So the price of slaves goes up massively. They start at such an incredibly low value, so I guess it helps them. Spy was caught in Venice, but there's nothing I really want to do with them right now, so that's fine. There's 23,000 troops. I'm actually going to turn back around. And we're going to take that stack out first. That might make this Aragonese stack come back and break off their siege, which if they want to do that, that's fine. Yeah, we have roughly the same numbers. Why are we struggling so badly, though? Yeah, we have better stats across the board, unless their leader is... Oh, that's why. We're using our cruddy military leader. That's a mistake. Okay, we're going to run away, and what we're going to do, because I don't want to make that mistake a third time, is we're going to recruit a leader that doesn't completely suck. That's a really good one. 2621. We'll take that. Yeah, the game was using our our combat stats because our stats are better, but then our general was absolutely useless and was calculating that in as well, which is absolutely no good. We're also running out of men. But yes, we do have, what, about 50,000 troops between those three nations down there together, so that's promising. once they have finished running away, we're going to switch leader. What I'm also going to do, actually, while I'm at it, just so I don't forget, I'm going to throw this leader and the Ballet Manfredi in the bin. It doesn't actually serve any purpose. There's no benefit to doing that right now, other than I won't forget in the future. That's it. And we're going to leave our army in place temporarily. I want to try and recover some manpower, get our morale back up to something reasonable, and it gives me a chance to watch where the stack of troops is going to go. I imagine they're going to go and try and siege out Liège again, but haven't seen them yet. Still don't see them. There they are. Okay, so they're going back to defend their land, and Burgundy's going to fall into the same trap I did and eat a -2. Which is unfortunate. We want to try and get over here, though, because otherwise Bohemia is going to have the exact same thing, because they're on -2 terrain as well. Definitely, we can take possible advisors +1 now. There's no consequence for that. This war's going to go on long enough that we'll have enough admin points. Turn the speed back down. Now we're kind of in the rough area. I don't really want to go after them right now. They will have a slight numbers advantage, but I do want to follow them because I want to see where they go. And we'll let Bohemia do the bulk of the sieging work. Yeah, 12,000 down there, still fine. Oh, that's annoying. There's peasants in Venezia. That's actually very annoying, because how am I going to break out to save the siege with 23 Aragonese ships there? Oh, well, apparently Bohemia can just get across. I don't think we could have in that scenario, but apparently Bohemia can. Bohemia ran away from that siege. I mean, it was the right thing to do, so they didn't get a -2 penalty, but it is very, very annoying. All that effort for naught, effectively, and we can't get down to Valencia without sieging it first. I'm going to go and try and siege it out. And then just hope that these guys stay in the rough area. This, you know, at least our leader, he does have a siege pip. A Doge, actually having the Conqueror trait right now is very convenient. So when we take land off Venice, it will rebel for less time. That's actually very, very good. And Bohemia, really being the MVP there, dealing with the peasants on the war goal. Price of fish has gone down, but the price of salt has gone up. Newfoundland gets a load of fish. That's nothing relevant to us, honestly. I guess we can turn the speed up to 4 for now, because we're not going to be doing much moving. We still have our 12,000 safe. We can't cross over to get to Sicily. We don't have the naval ability to do so. I'm hoping we can just try and get Aragon sieged on the mainland, so we can start trying to siege Castile itself, Castile proper. But we need to get a move on, because eventually what will happen is the other nations will start sieging, start piecing out by themselves. So we need to really press. And we're in our new age, Age of Reformation. From east to west, this is the age of religious conviction, debates, and mass movements. I also realised that I totally did the Age of Discovery war tax thing, and then never turned it on. That was a waste. It's not actually worth a huge amount of money, but we should have done that. Anyway, decision available. We can increase missionary strength for reducing tolerance of heretics. Sure. And then we have Faith's Bastion, because we are still Defender of the Faith. And I'm going to take that now, just in case we end up being attacked by that big stack. It will certainly help us. Our prestige is still a negative number, which is unfortunate. But if they could be helpful and attack that stack before they come over and ruin my day, that would be really nice, but I don't think they're going to do it. I have a horrible feeling that Castile is going around the corner here to attack us, but I don't want to break away from the siege. Manpower recovery speed, please. We are desperately low on manpower. can we please win this siege? They have too many troops for me to run in. The amount of losses I would take would be horrendous. Thank goodness they've decided to sit near me, and it has dissuaded Castile from doing anything. They need to deal with the big Aragonese stack, though, that's sitting in Burgundy. If we can just take this siege, it'll be fine, because then if they try and take it back, they'll be getting the -2. There we go. Perfect. I'm going to go try and siege Valencia. It'll take a while, because it's a level 3 fort on the coast we're not going to have ships for. But now if they try, they're going to have to sit on that and they'll eat the -2. Does somebody want to go help Burgundy? Okay, Austria and Bohemia appear to be. They're reading my mind. We'll take 10 Tiplo points, that's not a big deal. It's not a hugely eventful war, let's be honest. It's just a very attritional one. But that's what happens when you end up, you know, early game with armies all over the place. Yeah, Aragon's going to lose that battle with Austria and Bohemia. Pretty comprehensively, I would say. Actually, they lost less troops than Austria and Bohemia did. But yeah, they did. Luckily, they were not able to turn that into a victory. So Burgundy is safe again for a bit. Castile still has 45,000 troops. A lot of troops. Napoli... Okay, Naples now has none. So we can move our 12k stack. Yeah, if Aragon comes over here, it'll be mildly annoying. But not the biggest of deals. There's Castile's big stack. So we do definitely want to watch to see where that goes. Because if they try and siege Etschstal, they would also get a -2 penalty. So we definitely want to watch for it. We don't probably need to have them attached to us there. We have a Protestant council at Bologna, which gives us more diplomatic reputation, and all of the Protestant following nations like us a load more. Not going to complain with that. We're going to have them attached to this army instead, so we can go and follow Castile's big stack. Milan, that's a bold proposition. Going to try and siege Navarre. That's also on a mountain. Okay, the 31k stack is actually coming towards us, so we'll go back to what we were doing before. Have the Castilian Aragonese stack have the attach, and have this one slowly come over towards it. $6,000 troops over there doesn't really matter. What's being oh! There are Neapolitan noble rebels, apparently. I'm not worried about that. That's fine. It's going to take them a while to de-siege, so not a big deal. Apparently Austria attached 1,000 cannon towards us, which is nice of them. Try and help speed that siege up. It's election time again already. Time flies so quickly. So our dude is 55 now. So I'd really rather not re-elect him. Oh, sign me up. I didn't even have to think twice. Family heir, effectively, with a 635. He is unfortunately 45 already, though. But that is a very good stat total of 14. Yeah, but I'd say 6 is okay. So to hit for him to have more than double that is absolutely stunning. Where did the Castilian big stack go? Secretive's an okay trait. I wish we could have kept the Conqueror trait until the end of this war, but what are you going to do? What are you going to do? We still don't need any aid. I mean, we do technically need manpower, but we're not going to admit that to them. That's getting de-sieged pretty quickly. That 13,000 stack of Bohemian troops wants to go and deal with those noble rebels. That would be awesome. Gonna take those 5,000 cannon and go over there with them. That will speed things up. We actually have a 100% war score now. Not because of the fact we've, you know, took everything, but this war's been going on for 5 years. And if you have the war goal and you hold it for 5 years straight, They just want to give up. Like, they have no desire to fight anymore. If we did that, it's an interesting proposition at this point, because we have 36% war score against Castile themselves. So, how willing are they to peace out? Not hugely. They will, but they're not hugely enamored with the thought of doing it. And again, to cancel a subject, we would need 100% war score. If we were with Venice, we could get them to release Catalonia, but that really doesn't help us. And it costs us 101 diplomatic points. That's not really what I'm looking for. And I can't force religion on Venice, they're just too big. I'm not going to have a load of provinces returned to Provence. So obviously I want to take the war goal. It is a whopping 34 aggressive expansion. Presumably because it has a massive amount of development. Yeah, 33. So we definitely want to take that, but we probably won't be taking any more land really right now unless we wanted to go down here. And if we do that, look what happens to the war score. Like the aggressive expansion, it goes to 97. It's massive. Is there a state down here where I can take a couple of provinces in without it being enormous? Because if we take Abruzzi, that does give us a bit more of an incentive to go after the Papal State. So if I take this one, that's fine. If I take that, it goes up to 47. Hang on. So it'd be this, and like that. Okay, that'd be 75 aggressive expansion. That's too much. I don't want Hungary in. So if we did 57, it would be Venice, who couldn't join because we'd have peace. The Papal States, which could. Florence, that could. Savoy could. Saluzzo could. But Genoa could not, because they're at peace with us. So I'm going to take that one extra province just so I have some options down here. We could humiliate them if we wanted to, but that's 40 war score. It's a lot. I think I'd rather have war reparations. Do I want to have them break their alliance with Castile? Not really, because if the Ottomans attack Venice, I want Castile to jump in. None of that is of any interest. You know what? I will humiliate them. I guess there's no reason not to. So based on that then, what we should do is we should take this... Oh, interesting. Castile won't actually accept by themselves us taking one Naples province. I was hoping they would, and then I would be able to get war reparations, but they won't, so it's fine. So yeah, this is what we'll do. We'll just make peace specifically with Venice, and we'll say, we want your capital, we want one of Naples' provinces, just so we can get, you know, set up ahead of time in case we want to take on the Papal States and take a couple of coastal provinces in our trade node. We'll grab a little bit of money, we're not going to get a ton of it. I mean, with this amount of gold... We can take... We take war reps. Actually, we're not going to take all of it, because I do want to make sure that we humiliate, right? Which means we have to have a peace offer of... We'd have to have it at least at 60. So we'll do this. We won't do war reps. We'll just take 210 gold. We'll get 88 of it. We will humiliate them just so we can get our power projection to stay consistently above 50. And we're going to take 2 provinces off them. Oh, we can't. That's too much war score. Too much. Interesting, if I left click but click minus, it shows... Okay. Weird. I would have thought if you'd left click on the minus, it would go to the minimum, but it doesn't. So we're only going to take 50 gold and get 21 of it. We don't have a diplomat to send. That is not a big deal. There we go. And there we are. Peace. we want to get our troops back. It doesn't matter how higgledy-piggledy it is, it might actually help with attrition. We can't actually afford to core Venezia. It's a ludicrous amount. So we're going to core Abruzzi, and we're going to start... Oh, that's a lot too. I guess we're just going to wait on coring Venezia. It's fine. I knew it would be a lot. I didn't realize quite how much it was going to be. And now it's nice because it means that these noble rebels Castile has to deal with. So we will wait on that front. We can now split our... Actually, that was the wrong set of ships. Take our 3-stack, protect trade in our trade node, the Venetian trade node. Although actually it makes more of a profit doing it in Ragusa, I guess. So we'll do that. We're going to go up to back to 10. Every other ship we are just going to... We could upgrade them now, I guess. 51 for 1 gold, it's fine. We're going to mothball them anyway, just to save some money. We're going to switch our admiral over to our trade fleet, because it actually makes them a little bit more efficient. And that is all we need to do for now. Wow, this episode's run on quite a long time. I guess that's what happens when you end up in a war. But yes, so we're all good on that front. So we've got a couple more provinces. We've annoyed probably half the map. We'll see if we get a coalition next time. And if you want to check out if we do or not, stick around. Next video will be out in a few days' time. Appreciate you spending the time watching. Like if you want to. Subscribe if you want to see more. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care now. Thank you for watching the video.